Hello people, this is Code Grind and in today's video we'll be looking into creating an UI based on neumorphism. So here is what our final project will look like. We have got this container with 9 different buttons and a switching button over here. So when I click on it, our whole theme will switch to the dark mode like this, and all the colors are changed according to the theme. Now here we have got these 9 buttons, and whenever I click on any one of them, they look like they are pressed. Now a whole of this neumorphism is based upon the usage of box shadows, so we are going to look into how we can use these box shadows to make the neumorphism design, which is the trend of this year. So let's get straight into it. So here I've got this basic HTML layout ready. I have linked an external CSS file in which we will be doing all the styling part, and here is a link for the font awesome from where we will be getting the icons. I will put a link in the description from where you can get this my personal kit code. Now let's get started with the HTML part. So at first we will have a div with the class container. We will wrap all our things around it. Then we will have two more divs. The first one will be with the class switch and the next one will be with the class button. So inside the first one we will have our switch mode button, the switch theme one from where we can switch from light to dark. The button type is equal to button, and here we will have by default the dark, so the text here by default will be dark. Now inside the buttons div we will have 9 buttons, 9 different buttons for 9 different icons. So button type is equal to button into 9. So here I am using emmet abbreviations. These are short syntaxes for writing big HTML lines. If you want to learn about them, I will put a link in the description box, and you can also click on the link above to learn all about emmet abbreviations. So here I have got these 9 buttons. Now the first one will be, let's say, for home. So this is a class from Font Awesome, which you can use inside any tag to get the icon of home like this here. So we will just be copying this, and we will use 9 different icons now. So let me just copy paste it. Yeah, so first is home, the next one can be user, then we can have cogs, this is a settings icon, then we can have a pencil, then such different icons, then let's say an arrow right. So you see I've got all these icons here. Now let's change the last 4 icons. This can be an envelope, and then we will have our social media icons like Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. So Twitter, and at last Instagram. And for these we need to change this FAS to FAB for the social media icons. Let's save it. Now we have got all our icons. So this is it for the HTML part. Now let's get into the styling part. So for the styling part, let's first begin with nullifying the browser's default settings with margin 0, padding 0, and a box sizing of border box. And also let's give it a font family of Poppins, which is a font which I have installed in my system. If you want the same font, I will give a link in the description box from where you can download it. Now let's design the body. So first we will be designing the light mode, and then we will get into the dark mode. So let's first align all these to the exact middle of the page. So for that, a display of flex, justify content center, min height of 100 vh, and at last align items center. So here we have got these all aligned. We also need to give the text align of center. Now in neuromorphic designs we generally don't use this the purest white background. We actually have use a background with a slightly bluish touch. So the color which I will be using is EBF5FC. So this is the color which I will be using. It has a slight bluish touch in it. Now this is all for the light mode, so let's give it a comment of light mode. Yeah. Now let's design this switch button. So for the switch button, we will select it first, then let's give it a background color of 222. So this 222 is what we'll be using for dark mode, and this one is what we'll be using for the light mode. We need to give it a color which is the same as the background color. Remove the border from it. Now whatever values I will be using for padding and other things, that I have already tested, and I recommend that you should use the same, but it's completely up to you. A border radius of 7 pixels and outline of none, and at last the cursor pointer, which is a very important thing because it makes the button look clickable. So we have got this design, the switch button. Now let's design the other things, that is these 9 icons we have. First we will design the container which is holding these 9 icons, that is the div with the class buttons. Let's first give it a margin top so that it doesn't look like it's sticking with it. A display grid, we will arrange them in columns, in 3 different columns. So repeat 3 1fr. Yeah, now a grid gap to make them a bit spacious so that they don't look very congested. So this is the grid gap. Now a padding, let's first give it a border so that you can see what's actually happening. So border radius of 10 pixel, oh sorry, the border 1 pixel solid black. Yeah, so we have got this. Now let's also give it a padding. So a padding of, let's say, 40 pixels of top left and 30 pixels of left and right. So top bottom 40 pixel, left right 30 pixels. Now an outline of, no, we don't need the outline for this. So this is it for this. Now we also need to give it a box shadow. So the box shadow, again the values which I am using, I recommend you should use exactly those values. A slight changes might be accepted, but not much. Now I'll be giving two different shadows, and why so I'll be explaining it to you later. 0. Oh, it should be RGB A is actually for a bit of opacity. It is known as alpha. Yeah, so why did I use two different shadows? The reason is that the first shadow should be in this part, which means that the light is coming from this part. So we need to show that the light is coming from this part, so we give it a white colored shadow so that it looks like light is coming from here, and then here we give it a black shadow. Let's remove the border now. Yeah, so this is it for the container. Now let's design our buttons inside it. So buttons, this will select all the 9 buttons. We'll give them a background color of this as well, a color. Now the color which we will be using over here is a slightly bluish color. This one is the color which we'll be using for dark and light mode both. A border none, because the default border provided by the browser, provided by the CSS, is not good at all. A box shadow, now this box shadow will be same as this one. Yeah, so we can see it all over here. We need to give it a border radius of, let's say, 5 pixels. Now like this you can give multiple shadows by just separating them with commas. Yeah, so now we need to give them a padding as well. Padding of, let's say, 10 pixels and 15 pixels. Yeah, this looks good. Oh, we didn't get the box shadow, why so? Oh, I used two properties already. So this is our icon, these are our icons. Now if you see, when I hover over them we get this arrow cursor, so we need to change it to cursor pointer, and when I click we get this black outline which is very ugly, so we need to change that to outline none. And here we go, we have got all our icons made very perfectly. Now when we click on them we want them to look like they are pressed, and that we can achieve by just changing the shadows. So what we will do is, first let me get to the JavaScript part. Oh, yeah, so let me write the JavaScript first. First we'll select all these icons by the document.query selector all. So this will select all these 9 icons, then we will run a for each loop. I turned on the caps lock by mistake. Yeah, so this is it. And then what we will do is whenever any of these icons is clicked on, we need to add a class to it, like icon dot class list dot toggle inset. Now why are we adding this class to it? I will be explaining it to you now, like here. So button dot inset. So whenever any icon is clicked on, the class inset will be get added to it, and we will change the box shadow inset RGBA, and it will be 255. It will exactly be the same as this one, but instead of the shadow, like right now the shadow is outside the button, but when we add the keyword inset in front of the box shadow, then the box shadow will come inside the buttons. Like, let us see it now. When I press, the box shadows come inside the button and it looks like the button is pressed. Let me zoom it in. Yeah, so this is how our light mode will look. Now let's get into the designing of the dark mode. So dark mode, oh, I put the wrong slash over here. So for the dark mode, what we need to do is, first we need to change the, actually how will we switch into dark mode? By clicking on this button. So what we need to do is, first we will select this button, const, let's say call it switch button, because we can't use the word switch because it is a keyword of JavaScript, and JavaScript doesn't allow us to use that word. Document dot query selector. So we have selected this, and on the clicking event of this button, we will run an arrow function. Yeah, so inside this what we'll have are, we will select the body, and we will add a class, which we will add a class, oh sorry, we need to do classes dot toggle. So we are actually not adding, we are toggling the class. So what does toggle mean? It means that if the class is added, then it will remove it. If the class is not there, then it will add it. So we will just toggle a class dark, and here let's style it. So body dot dark, here the background color will be 222. So when I click on it, the background changes. When I click, the background again becomes the slightly bluish white. So this is it for the body. Now we need to change everything. So here, switch button, we also need to change the background of this switch button. So we will add a class of, we will toggle a class actually of dark to it as well. And on clicking, we need to change the text over here from dark to light. So if switch button dot inner HTML, this will select the inner HTML, which right now is dark. If it is dark, then we will change it to light, like this. And if it is light, that means else, we will change it to dark. So this will be it for the coding of changing of text of the switch button. Now we need to design the changing of the color of the switch button. So for that, what we need to do is, here dot dark button dot dark, we need to change its background color. So what was that color? Yeah, here it is. Let's copy it and paste. So when I click on it, it gets changed. We also need to change the color, the text color, to 22. So this is it. Now let's see. Yeah, it is working fine. Now we need to change the box shadow of this container, and the box shadow and color of the every icon inside here. So for that, what we need to do is, again go back to the JavaScript part, and here Inside here, what you need to do is first we need to select the this container. So let's select this const buttons document dot query selector dot buttons. So this will select the container where all the 9 icons are held. We need to add a class to it as well. So buttons dot class list dot toggle dark to it as well. Yeah, so this is it for the JavaScript part. Now here we need to change the box shadow of the buttons div. When the class dark is added to it, then we need to change the buttons inside it. So first we need to change the background color to 222. Let's see if it's working or not. Yeah, the background color is changing. Now we need to change the shadows. So the box shadow, here we will have minus 2 pixels, minus 2 pixels, 5 pixels. These values will be same, just the color will be different by a bit. Yeah, and 3 pixels, 3 pixels, 5 pixels, RGBA of 0 0 0 0.5. Let's save it. So now when I click on this dark, yeah, this part, the box shadows are changing perfectly and the icon is changed according to the theme. Now when I click on it, we can't see anything, so we need to add another thing to it. So buttons dot dark, then the button dot inset. So what this will do is, when the dark theme is applied, then we need to change the inset shadow as well. So we will just copy this and we will add the inset keyword in here. Let's save it and see if it's working or not. Yeah, it is working fine. I click on it, the box shadow gets changed. We also need to change the box shadow of this container. So for that, the container, the class is buttons. When the class dark is added to it, we need to change its box shadow to this one. Let's save it and see if it's working or not. It's working completely fine. So this is how you can change, you can apply all these things. Let's reload it. By default it is light, dark, light, dark. So I hope you understand how neumorphic UI works. It is basically just the game of box shadows, the inset one and the out shadows. And if you have any queries related to it, you can drop a comments down and I will definitely clear every one of your queries. Now if you like the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more such amazing tutorials on CSS and JavaScript, and thank you for watching.